Hello everyone, it's Mich here. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, thank you for stopping by, and I hope you stop back again. If you're returning, thank you so much for all your guys' support, your great comments. It just really motivates me and keeps me moving forward. This has been a long month, but we're coming to the end, believe it or not. So today will be another day in the Junk Journal July 2024. It is a challenge set by Meg Journals, and she has set the prompts. I have done also an affirmation for each day, and that's going quite well. I try to find quiet time to sit and think about it. But yeah, so today is day 26, July 26th. The prompt was shade, and my affirmation was free. So I've recently been on holiday to Cape Breton. Cape Breton is a Gaelic island, I guess, but it has roots in sort of the Celtic traditions and whatnot. So as we were driving through, I had some of my prompts with me, trying to think of, okay, so when I get back, I'm going to be doing continuing on with my journey with the journal. So trying to think of some projects, and it came to mind exactly what I wanted to do. So what I want to do, first of all, I'll say what my affirmation is. My affirmation today around free is I free my mind, body, and spirit. So I want to be free and just try to cleanse and quiet and just allow, all the worries to try to just go away for a while. And oftentimes the way I find is really helpful is either through movement, so just going out working in the garden or doing something that's actually moving my body, or meditation. And meditation sometimes is hard when you're beginning because it's hard to quiet the mind. But if you endeavor, just quietly push those thoughts away, focus on something in your mind, a flame or a flower or something, and try to keep your focus on that. And I find that by quieting my mind through meditation, it allows me to free up my mind and spirit. But so when I thought about the shade, I thought about doing a Celtic Cross, because with the Celtic Cross, there is a lot of shading to try to make it stand out. So when I came home, I got out I have a little dot journal in which I just do some doodles and stuff, little crosses and whatnot. So I got that out, and I started to do a little cross that I could put in my journal. And I love doing this. It's really easy. So if you've never done it, I'll give you a little hint of how to do it. So then I was thinking, well, how am I going to actually put that in my journal? So I then went to, I think I showed it on one of my other tutorials. I have this little pad from Forever and Time that has some printed vellum. So I thought, well, I'll just put down a little vellum pocket. So I'm just going to do that now. I want to get right to the outer edge, and we'll get that down. So we got our little pocket down, and that just came from this little pad that I picked up somewhere that has some little vellum bits. So then I had gone ahead, when I was doing this in my notebook, I had made a little Celtic, or a little rope frame to go around it, and I was kind of deciding whether I wanted to do that or not, but I did create it, so I think I will put it down as a sort of frame. I just made it a little bit too big, so I just need to cut it there and roughly there. So as I was doing my cross, of course, I was just trying to do a little mindfulness when I was doing it, because I find it's so easy to just kind of get wrapped up into it. It's almost like a meditation itself of just doing your, I'll show you how you do it, but just drawing your lines. And then when I was shading it in, that's just another way of trying to quiet the mind to allow your spirit to be free. And I was thinking a little bit about the affirmation, but I'll think more about it today as I'm doing this a little bit ahead of time. Okay, so I'm thinking that's sticking, but I'm not exactly sure. It's hard when the surface isn't that hard. It's more fluid, this surface. Okay, if it pops up, I can always put some tape on it. So then I've already gone ahead and put some tape on the back of it. And I was thinking I would like to try to get it relatively, excuse my head, sorry, I'm just going to pull this a little close for a second. A little straight, okay. And then it forms a little pocket there. And then I thought my affirmation could go right across there. I like that. And then, of course, I'm thinking, all right, so what's going to go in the pocket? So I did some more of the Celtic drawings, and I just made a couple little tags. I was kind of thinking to put a pole onto it, but I don't think I will. I kind of like it without it. But what I am going to do is I did pull out a couple of my stamps, and I thought what I would do, and hopefully not ruin it, is just put a little stamped image across it. And hopefully it'll go well. All right. Okay, so there's one, just let go. And then the other one, just a sec, I gotta get some baby wipes just to wipe that off. Okay, and then for this one here, I've got breathe. So just breathe. Okay, so I was happy with those. And then with these ones here, I just did the little Celtic knots at the top and the little love that you can do this and make this into hearts. I didn't on this one. And then I just put some washi tape at the bottom. And I really like this washi tape. I don't know if you can see it. They're little crosses, which I thought would go good with my overall theme. So I was very happy with the way those turned out. And I thought that those would be good spots to put some little journal cards so they can go into my pocket. And then, so then I just thought, as I know this is a quickie one, I just didn't think you guys wanted to sit and watch me shading, all that stuff. But I did think that I would give you a little tutorial for those of you who don't really know how to do this. So I'm just going to zoom in a little bit. I've already made a little bit of grid, and the person, I'm going to leave his link in the description box below. But when I was first trying to learn this, which was many years ago, I'm saying 10 years ago, I stumbled across a guy, and I'm just going to look him up here. His name was Dave Nickel, but I'm not sure if it's Dave Nichols or Dave Nichols. Let me see quickly if I can find him. If not, I'll definitely link him. It's David Nichols. So he does a lot of things on Celtic designs, and he's Dave Nichols. I will leave a link in the description box below. And when you see how he does it so easily, then you'll just know that you can create all this stuff. I did this bits last night, and it took me, well, I was tired from vacation. I was sitting watching television, but I'd say it maybe took me less than an hour to do it all and shade it. But you start with a little grid, and that's why the bullet journals is good. If you have the graph paper, you can just do where the lines intersect. And then you're looking at creating a series of 5 dots. All right, so you're just going every other dot, and then the next row, you're doing that center dot every other dot. And then basically, where you see this situation, those 4 dots together, you just draw a couple lines. Okay, so such as here, and you can just do it wherever. You can start wherever you want to. So those 2 lines, those 4 circles, I'm just drawing 2 lines, and then 2 more lines, and then 2 more lines, and they are perpendicular lines. Okay, I'm doing it a bit messy, but you kind of want your lines to meet up. So wherever you see the 2 lines, that's where you need to make the 4 circles. That's where you're going to make your 2 lines. All right. So then when you get to an area such as this corner where there isn't 4 circles that are perpendicular, then that indicates you're just going to make a loop round. All right. And then the same here. So this is your corner. So you're just going to go round, and you're going to go round. And then here, you're just going to go round, and etc. Okay. Until you start getting your pattern. And then I always then take a micron. I always try to do it lightly in pencil. I'm doing it kind of dark here for you guys. But so then I would just go along, and I would go in pen, whichever color pen, or in however that you like the thickness. This is a point, I'm using a 0.1, I think. And then once you have that drawn in with your pen, and you're going to leave it time to dry. Once it's dry, you're going to take your eraser. You want to make sure that's good and dry. You're going to take your eraser and erase out all that pencil line. Okay, and then you have your pattern. So then, obviously, you'd want to do it neater so that the lines on one side of the intersection kind of match up when they go across in straight lines. So I've done this kind of messy. But then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take your pencil, and then I just go lightly, and you can use however thick hardness that you want. So the way that your pencils run is you have H and B. B meaning blackness, and H meaning hard. So the HB is a combination of being hard and dark. But then you have your B, your 2B, and then you have your H, and then your 2H. And as you go to this side, it's the harder the lead, so it's the fainter the line. And the more you go this way, the darker the line. So and the thing is with this one too, is it's the softer it is. So the softer that it is, the more it's going to blend around your page. And sometimes if you use too soft a pencil, then it just, even your hand is going to spread it all around. And I just find that it can get a little bit messy. So what I tend to go with, and it's just my personal preference is sometimes I'll use just the B, but I generally go with HB. And this is what this, I'm assuming this is what this little dollar store click pencil is. But where you're going to make your lines is when it goes under. So this one here goes under because this bit's on top. That's on top. So you're going to go to each side of the ones that are underneath, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm explaining myself. So I just put my pencil down and then like so. And then I have a little blending stump, and then I just blend it outwards. And you'll get to know when you do it a lot that you only want to really press when it's kind of close to where the lines meet there. And then you're going to go lighter as it comes out. And then like I'm almost not even touching the paper right now. So that when you blend it out, you've got this even blend. Okay, so you're only actually putting some pressure right up against that line. And then you're slowly coming out, less pressure, till I'm almost not even touching my page. And then just get a blending stump. You can get a little kit of these at Michael's for not very much. I don't know if you can get them at the dollar. I don't think you can get them at the dollar store here. I'm in Halifax, but you guys have other options in other places like the Dollar Tree, which we don't have here, Joann's, Michael's, which I sometimes really envy. Although, in saying that, my pocketbook is saying thank you because, so then you just start to make your shading. And that's kind of what led me to think about doing something like this today, because that's definitely, my take on shade or shading. And so then that led me to doing this. Oops, let's zoom out a little bit. That's what led me to this page. And I don't know, I really like it like that emotionally. My spirit likes that. And then I really love these little tags that we did. So thank you for joining me for this. I know it was short, but it might have inspired you in some way or led you to try something that you haven't tried before. This little bullet journal I got for a couple dollars at the dollar store. So I don't know if you can see the little dots there. So you can get them quite cheaply, and I will leave a link in the description to David's tutorials because once you watch a couple of them, then you'll be hooked. And this is a great thing to do if you have your little notebook beside your chair in the evening, and especially in the summer when I find it's too hot to do crocheting or needlework and stuff, and my hands just like to be busy. So. So thank you for joining me on this day 26. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days left to go. And I just really appreciate you guys, especially the ones that, you've been following me every single day. So, I thank you a lot. And until tomorrow, I hope you stay safe and well, and bye for now.